We have breaking news once again straight from the White House regarding the dropshipping killing 145% tariffs.
We made a great deal with China, great trade deal.
The US and China have finally come to a tentative agreement to start the end of the trade war. It's pretty complicated, but we'll get into the details in just a minute. So I don't know about you, but most of us, we've been freaking out about what to do with our dropshipping business up until now. Some stores have closed, others are on the verge of closing, and the rest of you that have actually listened to our videos and adapted are still continuing on with their day. Now, the saving grace de minimis exception, unfortunately, that's still scrapped, and there's still a $100 per item fee in effect for packages that are less than $800 that are being imported from China to the US. But that's okay. We finally have another saving grace and a way around that, pretty much. Now, you remember how I said that all of these crazy tariffs are really all subject to change? Well, once again, they have. And for the better, actually. So what's up? Well, not much. How about you? I'm just kidding. Yeah, that was a bad joke. Anyway, lots is up, actually. So at the time of this recording, as of last night, China and the US have been in trade talks. And thank God, we have finally started to see some progress. Kind of. Tariffs from China to the US have officially been lowered, for now, to 30% for the next 90 days. So they really just put a pause on the big retaliatory 145% tariffs and dropped it to the baseline 10% tariffs from April 2nd, which applies to all countries, including China, plus the previous 20% China-specific fentanyl tariffs. So 10 plus 20% tariffs, we're looking at a total of 30% tariffs on most Chinese imported products for the next 90 days. This is finally a step in the right direction and amazing news for us dropshippers. So what has changed? Well, simply put, the US and China, they both realized that this is getting them nowhere and everyone is losing money, because when you really get down to it, that's what it's about, right? Making money. Whoa, don't get me wrong though, not for us, but for the government, of course. Now again, it's important to remember that this pause is temporary only for the next 90 days, after which there will be a new tariff rate. Whether that be higher or lower, that's something that we will have to wait for. And of course, if you want to stay in the loop and know exactly what is going on the moment that it happens, then be sure to like and subscribe so that way you can stay updated with any new information on the tariffs, e-commerce, and just overall dropshipping. Now, what about the de minimis exception? Because that was the saving grace for all of us dropshippers. Duty-free, low-value imports from China. That's still gone for now, as I said earlier, unfortunately, and no news if it will return or not. So as of right now, we can completely rule it out. It's not coming back as far as we know. But there is a way around that. So the de minimis exception helped bring in low-value packages to the US from really any country duty-free. Now this exception or loophole has been scrapped for China specifically. The de minimis is still in effect for a few other countries, but not for packages coming from China or from Hong Kong specifically. But the good news is that we don't have to import from China anymore, at least not directly. Going forward, our best bet will be to source our products from the US directly. Now, we all know this, but the difference now is that we don't necessarily have to source from US suppliers. We can finally source again from Chinese suppliers. The difference is that instead of importing from China each and every package for every single order, we need to source from our suppliers that already have stockpiles in the US. Remember, the single package value fee, that's for products that are coming in from China that are valued at less than $800. So anything over that isn't subject to that added fee. So now Chinese suppliers importing products to the US into the masses will be our saving grace, since those products will only be hit with the 30% tariff and not the low package value fee. Of course, as we know, this is subject to change, but that would be the best way to go about it. And if you need suppliers to source from that have US stockpiles already, then you can check out the AutoDS private suppliers. On there, you can filter your suppliers' locations and where they are shipping to and from. Not only that, but you also gain access to branding your products. So your products will be shipped with a custom thank you card with your logo, as well as an invoice showcasing your logo as well. Just check it out. All right, so this is the AutoDS marketplace where you're gonna find your private suppliers. Now, like I mentioned earlier, here you can easily go ahead and choose where your products are dropshipping to. Right here, you can see ships to, whether you're dropshipping in the United States, in the United Kingdom. By the way, that's another really good thing that you can start doing right now. Remember to always diversify your suppliers, diversify where you're dropshipping to, and of course, all of your products. But if you do want to check out how you can start dropshipping in the United Kingdom and really just avoid this entire tariff thing altogether, then you can check out this video right here. In it, I explain everything that you need to know on how you can get started doing that. But besides that, we can go ahead and choose that we're shipping to the United States and where are we shipping from? Well, in this case, obviously, we're not going to be choosing China. We're going to be choosing the United States. And then from here, it's going to filter out all of the different products that are being shipped from AutoDS suppliers in the US. These are products that are shipping directly from the US to the US. So that way you have, for one, fast shipping times, two, the best pricing you can, and three, no surprises when it comes to these tariffs, whether it be for you or your customers. So let's say that there's something that you find that you want to drop ship directly from our suppliers. Like take, for example, these LED camping lanterns. We can go ahead and click into them and get a bit more information on the products themselves. So here you can see the price and a bit more information on the product itself, like where it's shipping from, how much the shipping prices are, and the shipping and processing times, which in this case is obviously pretty quick, 4 to 6 business days. Then if you keep scrolling, you have a bit more information on the product itself, you have the description, and a few other images. Now, if this is a product that you want to sell and import into your dropshipping store, then all you have to do from here is click on Import Draft, and it'll be automatically imported to your draft section where you can go ahead and edit the title, the description, the pricing, and everything that you need before actually having it go live on your store. As you can see, besides giving you some of the best suppliers and products to dropship, you also have access to full-on automation, which really is going to make running your dropshipping store an absolute breeze. So if you want to check out AutoDS, you can get started right now for the trial period for 2 weeks for just $1. So that way you can access to the AutoDS private suppliers, see what we have to offer, and even import a lot of these products to your store. And if prices go up on your supplier's end due to the tariffs, then we can also ensure that our prices will reflect those rises, so we are guaranteed to always stay profitable. In this case, you can use our automatic price and stock monitoring tool. So let's say if your suppliers raise their prices by, I don't know, the 30%, then your prices will also automatically be raised by that much, or a little bit less, or a little bit more, depending on how you have your settings done or set. So really quick, to wrap things up, we are now back to where we pretty much have started. Tariffs hit a baseline 10% across the board and added 20% on China. Then they were raised to 54%, then 104%, then 145%. And now we're back down to 30% for the next 90 days. Remember, this is all tentative, and this will change on or by June 11th. So be sure to stick around and subscribe to stay updated with all of the latest news in dropshipping. Be sure to like this video if you found it helpful in any way, shape, or form. And with that, my name is Mario with AutoDS. I'll catch y'all next time.